Hi everyone, we're here today to talk about some data that recently came across your desk that really illustrates the power of our platform. Tell us about it.
Yeah, Mark, we had a client who had a staffing change, and so somebody moved out of a role and somebody moved in, and because of the workflow and some confusion about how they were doing things, they went from optimizing and using SocialFlow's data-driven optimization to scheduling their tweets in a fairly stark fashion, as you can see from this chart here. So the purple dots represent when they were optimizing tweets, the pink dots represent the scheduled tweets, and it's really quite rare to get such an even data set where there's such a stark sort of drop-off and change. And so what we did is we just compared the two data sets. We took the most recent 2,500 tweets on each one, and we compared them, and you can see on every single metric, the data-driven optimization performed better. And we've done white papers and many studies. This is hardly new information.
Right. I mean, I think I've told you at one of my last places I worked, I asked the guy head of social, when do you send things out? And he said 7 a.m. to 11, and I said, why? And he's like,
just seemed what to do, yeah.
I mean,
I think most people have come a little bit further than that, but still, again, if it's a little bit like going to the stock market. I think 9:15 on a Thursday is a really good time to buy stock. Well, maybe. It's really not the right way to look at it. And so again, the platforms have gotten sophisticated enough, the software, SocialFlow software has gotten sophisticated enough to where it just doesn't make any sense for you as a human to be trying to do that. And especially if somebody's having to pay your salary to do that, you're sort of losing in two ways. One, you're losing because you're just guessing and there's no way for you or me as a human to be able to do that. And two, you're having somebody have to pay your salary to guess. And again, as you talk about your career advancement as a social media community manager, and trying to make sure you're adding value, taking on more responsibility, advancing your career, you've got to move beyond simply just picking the window when content should go out.
Right. Well, this was illuminating, but not surprising, but it was nice to see the reinforcement.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks very much for joining us.